Globe Team Rocket is out and the week has not slowed down. Now it might seem on the surface like not a lot is going on, but let me tell you, there is a lot going on behind the scenes. We have restocks that are going on all the time on the Pokemon Center and in stores both in the UK and in the US. We've got the Mewtwo card from Globe Team Rocket being ridiculously expensive, so who knows what's going to happen in the UK set, but we'll get into that in more detail. And even though we've only just got into the Globe Team Rocket, the next 2 sets in Japan have been announced. I'm going to get into those details, and cards have been officially announced for the Destined Rivals. Now you might say we've already know about these cards in Japan. Well, but we'll get into details of why they're now official when it comes to the English set. So let's start this off by saying, yes, Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX is the most expensive card out of Globe Team Rocket, and it was no surprise, right? So before the set was officially announced, before the card was even released and announced and revealed, etc., I said it was most likely going to be the expensive card, the card of the entire set, because, well, it's Team Rocket's Mewtwo and it's got Giovanni in it. Absolutely amazing. So at the moment it's going for around $460 mark. Some sales more around $400 mark. It's an expensive card, and that's a Japanese version. When this comes out in English, it could be a very expensive card. However, that is assuming it's going to be in the Destined Rival set. Now, based on the artwork of the booster packs, I'm going to assume it is. However, there's a chance that the full art and the gold is, but the secret illustration rare isn't. But let's face it, it probably is. Now, there's no guarantee, obviously, and we'll get into that in a second, and that'll kind of also explain the official cards being released. So you can see the chart, and obviously it's gone down. It's still $460, okay? It is a ridiculously expensive card. And what makes it even more impressive is Japanese cards quite often, and in Japan it is the trainer cards that in general, or the waifu cards if you like, that are the more expensive cards. However, in this case it is the Pokemon Mewtwo because it's Mewtwo. Like, I know you've got Pikachu's like poster child and other Pokemon, like Charizard being a big one, for example, Gengar if you're me, but Mewtwo. And when you come to talk about Team Rocket, everyone thinks of Mewtwo. It's one of the big Pokemon that everyone thinks of when you think of Team Rocket. So yeah, so this card is expensive. Will I ever get hold of this card? Probably not in Japanese. Will I get it in English if it's out in the main sets? Hopefully. I mean, I'm going to have to get the set at some point, right? So hopefully. As I mentioned, there have been cards that have officially been revealed for the English set. Now, why is this a thing? So the cards that come out in the main set in Japan don't always come out in the main set in English. So it could be that the cards are reserved for collection boxes, for example. We know there's a Mewtwo box coming out, however it's an alternate art basic Mewtwo EX card. That's already been revealed. It's one of my previous videos, so make sure you go and check that out if you want to see that card. But sometimes it comes out in promo. For example, you've got the Mew EX in Pokemon 151 that came out, and Mewtwo, in fact, came out in a Japanese set in 151. However, we got it as promos in the UPC. So although 95% of the set will come out as part of Destined Rivals, along with the other sets like Heatwave Arena, for example, there's no guarantee that every single card, and it's probably quite likely actually that there are some cards that wouldn't come out in either a collection box or a promo in a various way. It could be the new UPC, and obviously we've got the Prismatic one coming out. There might be one later in the year, for example, it comes out, and we don't know. So it's something to bear in mind, but we do have the cards revealed coming out that are confirmed in Destined Rivals that are. And these cards, obviously, there'll be loads on your screen, but I'm not going to talk about all of them. Obviously, you've got the Team Rocket Moltres EX. That's a big one. So, you know, hopefully we get the full art and the secret illustration rare of that. I think that's probably one of the biggest cards coming out of the entire set of Globe Team Rocket, but also in Destined Rivals. So if it does have the secret art rare, illustration rare, whatever it is, then definitely that's on my hit list. We've got Misty's Psyduck, and within that, that also includes the illustration rare, so that is amazing. We've got Marnie's Grimmsnarl and Steven's Metagross, their own deck boxes. Now, when I say deck boxes, I don't mean literally a deck box. I mean like a mini collection set with a themed deck in it. And we've got the Marnie one and the Stevens one. So we've got Grimmsnarl, Metagross, yeah, Beldum, and the other one, which will be on screen, just to remind you what I'm talking about in case I did not make any sense, but also revealed in the main English set. We've also got a few of the illustration rares and full arts. So we've got Cynthia's Roserade, for example, Misty's Lapras to go with Misty's Psyduck, Team Rocket's Murkrow, Kangaskhan, which I think is going to be a fan favourite. Got the full art Dondozo, Electivire, Ethan's Adventure in the secret illustration rare as well, and of course the big one in terms of Ethan's Pokemon, Ethan's Ho-Ho EX, which again, another big one. So what does this mean for Destiny Rivals? The fact is, it's got 3 sets making it up. It's going to be a big set. And the fact is, we've already seen the artwork from these cards from Gold Team Rocket, Hero Arena, etc, etc. Yeah, there could be a lot of secret art rares, illustration rares in this set, which could mean the pull rate could be really good. The pull rate to get a specific one could be very difficult, which prices depend on availability, etc. Supply and demand. Let's not get into that. But the fact is, it could be a very big set, so I'm expecting that to be a lot to be opened in terms of illustration rares, secret illustration rares, gold cards, etc. But I'm then hoping the pull rates mean it's good, and obviously as a result of that, the prices won't go up too high, unless it's Team Rocket's Moltres, Team Rocket's Mewtwo. So that is Glove Team Rocket. I didn't go through all the prices. There's absolutely no point at the moment in the Pokemon market. Then we've got Destiny Rivals and the official cards, and obviously you would have seen them come on your screen. And obviously, as the videos go through this, I will make sure that I'll let you know what else is coming out and any more that get revealed officially in the set. Obviously, Destiny Rivals comes out at the end of May, so at the time of recording, it's literally about a month away, so who knows what's going to happen in the next month. But in terms of getting product, obviously on the 30th of May, obviously lots of shops will have it. Pokemon Center normally get the ETB obviously go live. Talking of the Pokemon Center website in general, the last 3 weeks now, at the time of recording this, on a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, sometimes each of those days, sometimes just 1 or 2, they have been doing drops or adding new product. And I say new product, not literally new products. I mean, all of a sudden, one day, Destiny Rivals ETBs, as in Pokemon Center, and booster boxes and booster bundles were available again. Before filming this, there was the Prismatic Evolutions Eevee pouch accessory box and some of the sticker bits and pieces. The other week we also had the Prismatic mini tins. So essentially that means there's lots of product out there. Well, lots of product. Pokemon have been saying they've been reprinting, and they are aware of the shortages and the issues that has caused obviously in the Pokemon market. And obviously you've seen all the scenes on social media, etc., of people being absolute idiots. And if you're one of them, I am calling you out on it because there's no need for it. So clearly Pokemon are trying to do something about it. Obviously you've got to queue in it, and the queue system's a bit of a weird one, shall we say. It's a bit of a weird one. I think it's a step in the right direction. It's not foolproof. I've definitely been in the queue for 3 hours and nothing. I've been in the queue for 20 minutes, nothing. I've been in the queue for an hour and been able to get some stuff. For example, right here, I have the mini tins. I have 1 of each. So I quickly put them up on a display next to me, quantity of 1 each. And I did an experiment. So I obviously put 1 of each into my basket, bought it, and then tried to rebuy it. And after checking 2 products that it said out of stock, it then blocked me from the site, only for about 20 minutes. It blocked the IP, etc. So Pokemon are clearly trying to do something about bots in general. Obviously, I'm not a bot, but the behavior, if you like, trying to quickly get back in and adding 1 more item of each, it's trying to do something about it. Again, not foolproof, because I think we've seen on social media that people are getting around it. Let's face it, bots can be very sophisticated, and it's hard to completely get rid of it. But we're seeing something, and that's the main thing. The only issue is lots of retailers are also trying to do this online when it comes to them getting products, but not all of them have bot protection in place. So please be careful out there. Sometimes people will be like, yep, it's alive now, but by the time you've seen that post, it's sold out. Or it's selling for double what it's actually worth. And I think we need to be careful about that. But clearly it's in the right direction. On top of the Pokemon Center itself, the website, you would have noticed, unless you're living on a rock, unless you've lost your phone and have no access to social media, or you just haven't gone shopping over the last couple of weeks, that both in the UK and the US, now obviously I'm in the UK, so I can talk personally about it, and from some friends that I know live in the US, and from what I've seen, there's plenty of product being put out on the shelves. Now granted, some of it is being sold out in minutes, and I said like within 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Others might be for half a day. So yes, you can't just see it, give it a couple of days, go and buy it. You really do have to go out there on the day. However, Target, Walmart in America have definitely got it. They are definitely selling Prismatic Evolutions, obviously the big sets. And hopefully Destiny Rivals, same sort of thing happens. Journey Together, some collection boxes. I know here in the UK, Argos online, very online. Waterstones in store, Argos in store, B&M in store. So there's plenty of product out there. Restocks have happened. They happened. There's always like a delay from like distributors to retailers, and then obviously that coming out to us. So I say happened because I believe a lot of it has got to the retailers potentially already out. Whether they hold stock back or whatever, we don't truly know. And I'm not going to speculate on that, but there is a chance. So I'm going to say happened. So we will now see if the Pokemon Center keeps doing these sort of mini releases, if you like, of products. Obviously, we've got Destiny Rivals coming out in a month's time, so we'll see what happens with the release of that. We've also got the collection boxes also coming out sort of middle of June. There's a lot coming. There's a lot of different products coming. So I think people just need to be wary that yes, there's a product coming. People are still going to try and buy it out. Scalpers still exist. Bots still exist. So just be careful out there. It's a tough world in the Pokemon market. It's not getting any easier, even though there are restocks. But the fact Pokemon are doing this, hopefully, is a good sign. I would love it for Destiny Rivals to be printed into the ground, and therefore, hey, products are cheap. It might not be on that first day because people think that there's hardly any of it around, and then within a week, everyone's like, yeah, there's loads of it. So why would I pay these extortionate prices? So that's a dream. That's a dream anyway. So yeah, product is out there. So make sure you are looking. Now, I mentioned at the very beginning that we're already talking about new Japanese sets. That's right. Floating Rocket is a thing of the past. We now have the next 2 sets that have been soft announced as such. I think the official announcement is this weekend. So at time of recording, it's like the 4th and 5th of May. Well, I do not know my dates. There's the big championship in Japan, and normally, obviously, don't quote me on this, it's not official. Normally they do a big announcement of a new set that's out sort of like a month and a half from that tournament. And it kind of all lines up in terms of the middle of June for this set, or these 2 to come out. One of them to come out, not sure exactly how that works. More information will obviously come out, hopefully, during that tournament. Sometimes it's streamed on YouTube, or you can find the video of it, because I will not be awake when Japan are doing a tournament, and maybe towards the end of it because of the time zone. But the next set to come out as such, obviously on our side there'll be 1 set, is Generation 5. That's at Unova. So we've got Black Bolt and White Flare. So Reshiram and Zekrom. So Unova, Generation 5. And the premise of this entire set is essentially Generation 5, but 151. So it's going to, and again, this is not like official information. This is just what we've heard of and what we know of. So we don't know the exact details, but they're going to do a Generation 5 Pokedex style, like 151 in terms of 1 to 151, of Generation 5 of Unova. The good thing about that, however, is Unova has a lot of legendary Pokemon in it. So it could be some very big Pokemon, some very big artwork within that. Obviously, I'm guessing they'll be split 50-50 between White Flare and Black Bolt, but they've also given us the booster pack artwork, so that will be on the screen. So although nothing's like official in that sense of like what's actually going to be in it, it's kind of going to be a Pokemon 151, but for Generation 5. So for all those that love Generation 5, this will be the set for you. Is it going to be set for everyone? I don't know. Me personally, Unova, it's alright. Nothing too special about it. I didn't play Black and White era or watch it, so I kind of missed that generation. So for me, there's no nostalgia. But I know there's a big generation that did come through the Black and White era, so it could be a big hit. It could be the first set that doesn't do that well. We also don't know if this is going to be the first set that has Mega Pokemon in it, or if that's coming out later in the year. I feel like it's going to come out later in the September time, but it'd be interesting to see if that's the start of the shift away from the Scarlet and Violet era. Obviously, we've got Gen 10 rumors coming out in terms of the game, in terms of like Nintendo, etc. Whether that's probably out beginning of next year is going to be my guess. And therefore, kind of like Scarlet and Violet came in like the February, March time, like Crown Zenith came in January, and obviously you had Silver Tempest. So yeah, this could be the start of the end of Scarlet and Violet, with a few more sets coming out, obviously the Mega Pokemon, etc. So let me know in the comments down below your thoughts about this. Is the Pokemon 151 style for Generation 5 going to work? Could it be that it won't work, and therefore that's the circuit breaker we need in Pokemon for a set to not be what everyone wants and kind of break this trend, or is Pokemon such a hot one at the moment, it doesn't matter what comes out. They could print the worst cards in the world, the worst art, and people will still buy it. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? Hopefully we do have a little break, but I've been saying that for a while and it hasn't really happened. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think about Generation 5 and that style of set coming out. Does every generation need it? Or actually, do you just want to stop with this? Or every few years, a set like this is amazing. Obviously, we've got Pokemon's 30th anniversary coming up, so who knows what they might do. That being said, there's a lot going on still. I know it seems a bit quiet. It's more just like Glory of Team Rocket. There's a lot going behind the scenes and bits and pieces, so I thought I'd keep you updated. Like I said, I've got some product now, so hopefully there'll be some more product videos coming along with these. So these will still be weekly-ish. I know this one's a bit late compared to the other one. Please don't hate me. I was away for my sister's birthday. But the openings will be dotted in between. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel for those. You know, like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let's build this channel up. And yeah, and as always, thank you very much for watching. And I'll catch you next one. Take care. Bye.